Lucas, any idea what this filing might value Spotify at?
You know, recent reports have suggested that Spotify could be valued anywhere from about 15 billion to 20 billion. But one of the unusual things about the approach that Spotify is taking is because they're not filing for a traditional initial public offering and foregoing this roadshow where they go and meet with all these investors, they won't necessarily have that time to kind of talk to people and get a sense of what the street values them at ahead of time. Now, of course, they could be doing it, just not through the traditional route. And so what could happen is, you know, one day in the first quarter of this year, they'll just list their shares on the New York Stock Exchange, and we'll kind of quickly find out in the course of that day what investors think the company is worth.
So why go this route, Lucas? What are the advantages for Spotify?
You know, one of the big reasons is because they don't need to raise money. They generate a tremendous amount of cash from their subscriber base. They have more than 60 million people who pay for the service. They also sell advertising for their ad-supported free service. But I think also just the CEO of the company and co-founder, Daniel Ek, likes to do things differently, and knowing this option was available to him, I've spoken with several people who know him who just thinks he kind of likes bucking convention. He likes not having to deal with paying banks underwriting fees. He likes not having to go through the kind of this big song and dance and just be able to kind of pull the trigger when they want to.
Lucas, why now? The timing. Talk to me about it.
A couple of reasons. One is, you know, they've gotten so big that it's an opportunity for a lot of their investors to liquidify their stakes. And then there's also this kind of looming stake or deal that they made where it was a convertible debt that they raised from TPG and Dragoneer, and there were some pretty onerous terms on that give them more incentive to go public as soon as possible. I'm still waiting to confirm whether this filing means that they've resolved some of the dispute that they were having with TPG over that, but I hope we'll find out later today.